Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. Tonight, we are discussing a bit on England tonight and the neglection on some of the players that Southgate has done to this entire side that has been taken to the Euros, the current one we are in now. So we're going to look into more on detail on that and get people's thoughts on why do you think he's doing this? Why are people not getting an opportunity? So we're going to talk about this tonight. So it's just, I guarantee there'll be a lot of interesting points coming up tonight. So yeah, can't wait. Remember, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's show, please give us a thumbs up. It does keep us up those search results on YouTube. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please do hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And, of course, John and Tony are also stream sharing it on their channels as well, John Sinclair and TV. And, of course, it's All Black and White TV as well. And, of course, we are also live on Twitter or X, what people like to call it as well. And, of course, that bell notification, please do hit that as well, because that does let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video does take place on the day. And that will notify you what does come up on the channel week in, week out. If you'd like to give a donation, feel free to do so. If you want to become a member, it is 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into a prize draw we do on the channel as well. So we'll dive into a few comments that have come in so far. Wacky Angler, good evening. I think I can answer the question on the thumbnails because Southgate don't like attacking football and is a bell hand. I'm not going to disagree there. He is technically that. Good evening, Pete. Hope you're well. We'll just say hello to each other. Coffee, good evening. Hope you're well as well. Evening, PD, Mason, Tony, and Big John. Hope you're...
Good evening.
And Tom, good evening. Hope you are keeping well as well. So, and William Ferreira saying, "Go England, Lily." Evening, gents. Hope you're keeping well. Let's discuss this about how many players that are being neglected within this England side in this current Euros. I can think of a few. Of course, we know one of them is Anthony Gordon. Only played a few minutes plus stoppage time in the game against Slovenia. Another one I'm going to include in there is Watkins. He only came on for in the second half against Denmark. Other than that, he's been nowhere to be seen. Another one I'm going to include is Adam Wharton. The guy hasn't even had a sniff in this tournament. He's been sitting on the bench pretty much in this game. So there's a canny few. I mean, Tony, I'll come with you. Any more you can think of that has been totally neglected by Gareth Southgate within this England side within this current tournament, apart from the ones I've
Lewis Dunk hasn't. Yeah, Lewis Dunk hasn't had a goal.
Yes,
but look,
that's another one.
And obviously the two keepers haven't gone in. But then again, you know the keepers are. That is a very hard one when you got to take three keepers. But look, the thing is, Pete, Adam Wharton could be like the player. Do you remember when we took 16-year-old Theo Walcott to the World Cup in 2002 under Ericsson, and he never played a game, but he went, and everybody was surprised when he called up 16-year-old Theo Walcott because said, "Why has he put him in the side?" Yeah. And he just put him on the. He was on the bench. He's just a squad player, just sitting there on the bench. He didn't even get in. Was he 16 or 18? I can't remember. But anyway, Jay was 16.
2006.
2006. Are you sure, John? I thought it was 2002.
No, 2006, because Spain took him to Germany.
Germany, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So Theo Walcott, and he didn't play in the tournament, so could Adam Wharton be the Theo Walcott? I don't know. But the thing is, I'd like to have seen Adam Wharton give him some game time because he has got an eye for a pass. You know, you've got to say players are going to be tournament ready. You know, these players must be tournament ready because at the end of the day, if you look at Consa, he'd come in for Mark Gay, who's played absolutely brilliant, and who was unfortunately suspended because of the second yellow. We'll not mention too much, but it was through Kieran Trippier he got that second yellow card of the tournament. But look, Consa came in, stepped in on Saturday, And you'd think Constance had been in the side for years because he was so accomplished. He was great on the ball. I thought he had a solid game. And, you know, and he'll probably drop out again Saturday because Gui will come back in, sorry, not Saturday, Wednesday, because Gui will come back in. But then that's to be expected because Gui's obviously number one choice to partner John Stones, which is fair enough. But yeah, there's other players in the squad that haven't had a run. I mean, you say about Watkins, but if I'm honest with you, Pete, I would rather play Tony ahead of Watkins.
Well, yeah, it's just
Watkins is good at Premier League level. I don't rate him at national level. I really
know
don't.
It's a lot of don't, but I just like when he makes the run. That run he made against Denmark. That's something Harry Kane's not been doing in this tournament. It feels like you should be playing with 10 men when Harry Kane's on the pitch at the moment, unfortunately.
Well, to me, Wednesday, you've got to drop Foden and Kane, unfortunately. Kane is dropping too deep, where if you've got someone like Ivan Toney playing, Ivan Toney will pull that defence around. He's got strength. The defenders will know they're in a game, especially Van Dijk.
Yep.
And he'll pull them all over. So I would take Kane out the firing line for that one. I would also say take Foden out. Now, if there's any Man City fans, I'm sorry if I'm going to upset you here what I've got to say about Phil Foden. But he's been absolutely trash in this tournament. You might say, yes, he's not playing in the right position. Yes, okay, he might not be. But I'm sorry. He's just done nothing in this tournament. He's not even had a sniff at goal. He's done nothing. Yes, he scored, but it was offside. Apart from that, he's done absolutely zilch. Why is he on the pitch? It's like carrying a passenger on the pitch. I'm sorry. Foden might be great for Man City. He might be great in the Premier League. But international level, I think he's being found out. And no disrespect to Foden, if he'd ever left Man City and say he went to Real Madrid, I'm sadly think he would feel because I don't think he would fit in there. Jude Bellingham, you look at him, he's gone there and he's took it by storm. So I would like to see Foden dropped. And I think this game on Wednesday against the Dutch, we are favourites to win this game. And according to Sky Bet, we are favourites to win this game as well. Now, we know the Dutch haven't been playing that well, especially their defence. And yes, Gakpo scored a few goals. They played against a poor Romanian side. Let's be honest. That was like when we played Ukraine 3 years ago and beat them 4-0 in Italy in the quarterfinals. The only away game we had in the tournament 3 years ago. So that's like their equivalent of the Romanians.
Yep.
But they struggled against Turkey. They only beat Turkey because Turkey were poor in defence and let De Vries have the freedom of Berlin to score that header, which was absolutely crazy. And then for the second goal, that was absolutely comical. I don't know what the hell the defending was there, but it was absolutely comical. So at the end of it all, but if we want to beat the Dutch, we need to spread the game. And I think having Gordon there on the left will not only provide the width, but he attacks, but he gets back as well and tracks back. And this is the thing. Now, it's not just us Newcastle fans who are shouting for Anthony Gordon in the team. It's also non-Newcastle fans. So fans of other clubs around the country or abroad. They're all shouting, why is Anthony Gordon not in that team? He's bringing Eze on. No disrespect, but Eze is not a left winger. Why is he bringing Eze on? Why doesn't he bring Gordon on? He brought Gordon on for that 1 minute, the minute to go in the game against Slovenia, and he puts the ball of the tournament through to Cole Palmer, who nearly scored. Now, look, surely that should make Southgate think, oh, hang on a minute, well, I should be playing him more. He had the chances to play him more, and he didn't. Yep. And if he wants to stretch that defence, that Dutch defence, Anthony Gordon will stretch that Dutch defence, and he can get fouls. He's got an eye for goal. We know he has. We know what he's like.
Yep.
So, look, I just don't get why Anthony Gordon's not playing. But, he'll make dent his confidence for comeback Newcastle. I don't think it will. I think what he'll do is he'll come back and he'll hit the ground running again, and he'll say to England, "Look, this is what I could have done for you in the tournament if we don't win it." Technically, if we beat Holland, we should be looking to win that tournament, but we have to improve on Wednesday. And
we've got to.
I think look, Shaw may start ahead of Trippier. And I'm not against that. Because look, I thought Shaw was okay. It balanced the left-hand side out a bit when Shaw came on as well. So because he's the natural left back. Although I still say he should have took another left back, and he could have took Lewis Hall.
He could have done.
I'm surprised Lewis Hall didn't even get a shout, a sniff in the other squad. But this will be Southgate's last tournament. Even if we win it, I think he'll walk away because, he may think, well, I've won the tournament. I'm walking away with my head held high, and I can say I've been a success. That's what he'll say. And yes, he would have been a success because if we get that final on Sunday, that's the first time we've been in a final away from home. So look, we've been in 2 finals, but they've both been at home. So this one will be away from home. And so, yeah, I know we scraped our way through this tournament, but France have as well. And France have been, I think France have been far worse than us, if I'm honest with you. And I know we're criticising the way we're playing and things like that, but I think France have been far worse than us. And Mbappe hasn't even turned up in this tournament. He looks poor, but whether he's just, unless Mbappe is a bit worried about somebody doing more damage to his nose, and that's why he's not putting himself in a bit more, I don't know. But even he hasn't looked great. Griezmann hasn't looked great. Kante's looked okay, but he's had a couple of dodgy fouls where he's getting a yellow card or 2. So, yeah, it's a strange one, but it's been a strange tournament, let's be honest.
It has, hasn't it? So
it has been a very strange tournament, But, the end of the day, we've got the lucky side of the draw. So if we want to get the final, I think we'll go and beat Holland on Wednesday. I really do.
Yeah. John, what do you make of some of the treatment as well that Southgate doesn't give some of these players? Like Adam Wharton's one of them. The guy came from the Championship to the Premier League, did very well at Crystal Palace. Reason why Crystal Palace bring him, but gets called up the tournament. He's not had any minutes on the pitch.
Completely wasted time. But if I was Max Glasner, I'll get the guy back and just look, do some pieces to reverse my guy and just do reverse, like, you know what I mean? Come back a better player. But for me, I agree with Tony, most of the things he's been saying, right? I mean, what's the point of taking players like Anthony Gordon? He's not going to get a game, right? Hardly a start, yeah? I mean, look, he can stretch the Dutch defence, he can stretch any fullbacks in the league. He's done that lots of times, and he's not been given a chance. Because you know why? Because Gareth Southgate picks his favourites yet again. Now, if we look at it, right? Look at the players he picks his favourites, and everyone in the room knows this, the chatters knows it, we knows it, right? And he's not changing things up. Luckily, he's been getting away with it at the minute. He's getting away with it, right? Because we'll go through the next round, etc. But there's a couple of players you've got to feel sorry for. Players like Jarrod Bowen, right? You got to feel sorry for him, right? I think he's a good player. He really is a good player. Do you know what I mean? You mentioned Wharton there. I think he'd do bits as well, but Kobe Mainoo's in this way. So Kobe Mainoo, I rate this guy very, very highly.
He's done well. I think he did very well the other day when he played against Slovakia.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. Make a difference, driving runs in the midfield, direct, finds a pass. He even told Kyle Walker where to go, right, in the position. A 19-year-old telling a 34-year-old fullback where to be. And he listened to him, right? But if we look at it now, right, I mean, like I said, Jarrod Bowen, fantastic player, yeah? You got Andy Gordon, mentioned him. You got Eze, get some games. To be fair to Eze, I think he's done all right. I mean, a lot of people say that he's only done basic things, but I think he's done all right. But
he's out of position. That's the thing with Eze. He's out of position at the moment.
He should be a 10.
That shot he had the other day when he dragged it well wide, that was just
should have went for the far one. He should have done.
Should have gone for the far corner.
There's another player I've just mentioned in
the chat. It's Joe Gomez. I mean, I'll come to you on this one, Mason.
Yeah.
I'll come to you on this one, Mason. Yeah, go on quickly, John.
No, I was just saying, right, but Gareth Southgate's been getting away with it big time. And if you are going to beat Holland, right? If you're going to be on Wednesday, right? Let's be real. I think Anthony Gordon should be facing Denzel Dumfries. I like Dumfries because I watched him guy. He's kind of going forward. It's crossing. He hands that ball up in the air for Gakpo, high enough to Gakpo get the end of it, right? I like this player. I really do like this player, yeah, Dumfries. Yeah, watch him, man, because he goes forward. Defense, not very good. I'm not going to lie, but he's attacking right back. But if you are going to win that game, we got to attack them because I don't think their back four are that good. They can be beached. Look at Turkey last 10 minutes or so. They absolutely breached them.
They had a goal. They really had a goal. They kind of reeled a couple of good opportunities. They did.
Exactly. That's what England's got to do. Give it a go. We've got the attacking players to do. This is the thing, right? He's picked a 26-man squad, right? I'll look at that 26-man squad, right? And I'll give you the names quickly before we go on to Mason, yeah? Because Mason's waiting patiently. Bowen, Essie, Foden,
Bowen,
Gordon,
that's another one I forgot to mention as well. If he didn't play first game.
No, he didn't. You got Palmer, Saka, Saka, Corney, and Rockers. That is 8 attacking players we've got in that squad. 8 players we've got. And you look at the team, we got an attacking team right there. But unfortunately, we're still a defensive side. Simple as that. Because you know what, Pete? You know what? Some of those players like Gordon and to an extent, Bowen must be peed off saying, well, I'm not getting the game. Even Watkins, do you know what I mean? But Harry Kane, we're carrying this player. Brilliant for Bayern Munich, but he does not look fit at all whatsoever. I think he's still got a back injury. I don't think he's playing his best football, Kane. He has to drop back in midfield, makes extra defense. But at the end of the day, right, if he just be brave and attack him and just say, look, we're going to drop Harry for this game and bring Tony in, cool, that's fine. But you know, Gav's not going to pick him because he always picks his favourites. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely, John. Mason, Joe Gomez, another player who's not getting a look in. I mean, guy did well for Liverpool last season, and again, another player that's just gone for a holiday.
I mean, to keep out probably one of the best defensive players in the league last season. It's honestly an absolute force for the way Joe Gomez has played in the last season to not get a sniff. Yes, I know Conte has had a decent season with Villa, but so has Joe Gomez. Now he missing out on the title. I know he was in that Liverpool squad but had the dip.
Yep.
In the part of last season, at the end of last season. But he's still a decent defender, and he doesn't give a sniff. The same with Konza. I would like to see Konza get more minutes, because he was part of that Villa side, but got obviously Champions League football. He's not, and he hardly got. So he's hardly getting any games. And the fact is as well, he nearly scored on his debut.
Yes.
But for some reason, Southgate doesn't give him a snippet because honestly, obviously, I was there, and I'd seen the chance from Konza. But the kid is decent from set pieces. That's what we need. Players who can play on set pieces, and Konza's one of them. If he had took his chance more better, he would have scored against Bosnia. I mean, it's not good enough, man. Especially Gomez not giving a freaking chance with. I've seen people raving about Gomez to stop the go in that England squad for the way he's played all season. He's not giving a freaking chance, man.
No.
It's the same with Lewis Dunk. I know Brighton have had a mixed season, as you would say, but the fact
he's had a bit of a shoddy few games last season, Lewis Dunk. But again, it feels like it's a guy that's just gone for a holiday. As I mentioned,
going to say as well, that 10 game winless streak for Brighton did cost them a little bit, but at the end of the day, he's a decent centre back and not even getting a chance with
when he's on his
Southgate
game,
along
he can be really good.
I think if I was Lewis Dunk, if that would have been Jared Branthwaite if he had got called off, because if that was Jared Branthwaite,
I'm good. He never got called up. I think he deserved to.
That we would just be raving about him not getting a chance, and obviously he hasn't, which is a freaking farce. But the fact is, he's got, I don't know if he's still there, but he's got freaking Jared Kwanzaa there. I mean, I was rather, I don't know. I mean, it's just a complete farce that he's letting Kwanzaa, Dunk, Gomez, Gordon, Palmer, and Adam Wharton just go to Ross. Which I'm saying they're going out of Ross because they're not getting any game time. They're not getting any chances. I should bring in Tony and Ollie Watkins as well. I mean,
Tony's only came on like towards the end of the game, hasn't he?
Same with Watkins. Look up. There's two strikers there. What had decent minutes on the pitch. Watkins against the Danish, and Tony against the Slovakians. But against Kane, who's been playing shite Al's tournament. But something isn't right with Kane.
What is it? Is it an injury? Is his confidence just shot a bit?
He doesn't look fit. He doesn't look fit.
No.
It'd be that back.
He wasn't fit for the end of the season for Bayern.
I don't know why we've just rushed him in then, by the sound of it. Then anyway, I'm just going to nip in the comments because there's a lot coming through. England's glory continues to wake as a Gareth Southgate says Tom. Exactly, Tom. John, good evening. Lee says Southgate clearly has no idea what to do. Why take all this talent and not use it? Spot on, Lee. Exactly. Why doesn't he? What do you think of the ref for our semi-final? Got banned for match fixing and has a history with Bellingham.
I've heard of it. I've seen stuff about that. Like, it is true.
I forgot who the name was.
The referee?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has because he took a bribe and he got banned for it apparently or something. And Bellingham, when he played at Dortmund, called him out on TV and got fined for calling him out. Because Bellingham's accused him of taking a bribe or whatever and called him out on TV live. They showed you that on the news tonight, actually. On the ITV news that was on tonight about that. So there's a bit of uproar about this referee doing this game on Wednesday. But there again, he can't cock up on it because we've got VAR in operation, so he's got to be very careful.
No, hopefully he will be. Evening, Lee. Hope you're well. Even if Pete Mason, Tony, and everyone, Southgate, the plebs should be playing his subs half time. Gordon definitely needs a full game. He can turn the game around. He can. Erica Southgate is a twat, says Andrew. Wharton deserves a chance, but to be fair, Maynard, who's looked good and very dangerous too. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I think Tony's gone. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, but I think Southgate and Bruce the Cabbage hatched out the same egg, says Gary. I'm not going to disagree there in a way, Gary.
Gary D.
Tony's back. What I would say this tournament's a bit like, John. You know the
wrong button, sorry guys.
You know the final the 2021 season under Bruce, when he was manager of Newcastle United at the time. It's like, John, we were playing terrible football, but we're scraping results. And this is what it feels like in this tournament right now.
I kind of agree because we're just trying to find a way. You know what Southgate's like? He's cautious, a bit like Bruce in a way. Not attacking, right? Sit back, let the opposition have the ball, right? What they want to do. We have to sit back and defend. And we're only at where we got to go behind. And I've seen on TalkSport today that we're better where we go behind. And that is the thing. we should be taking the game to them, Pete.
We should be taking it to them. We shouldn't have to come from behind. And
we should be attacking team. We should be attacking side. We should be going for it. Look at Spain. Spain, no fear. When they get the ball, they play their football, right? They entertain the fans, yeah? I think a lot's going to come from Spain as well. I still think there'll be fans tomorrow, by the way. Right, and I think they're doing inside 90 minutes as well. Yep. But I'll tell you something, right? I mean, it's far too low, far too negative, right? And he's going to get them beat. Go for example, you just mentioned 2021. We did a watch along that day, right? We had a goal up after 2 minutes in Luke Shaw, right? Guess what? We sat back. Italy, I admit, that's not a great Italian team. That's not a great Italy side. But we made it look like world beaters that day. I'm telling you, they could have got 4 or 5 in the second half, by the way. But let's and the thing is, right? I mean, I'd just love to see Gareth change it up a bit there. We're in the semi-final. Let's have a go, right? Let's give it a real just say, right, you know what? We want to get to the final. We got the players to do it. We're going to take it to Holland, right? Their back foot ain't that great, yeah. I mean, Van Dijk, still a world-class defender. Yeah, people say he's winding down. He is not. But he is still a quality defender. He really is, yeah. Van der Ven is a great defender as well. Mm-hmm. But I tell you one thing, the one thing, another thing as well, we've got to worry about as well, Xerxes. He's going to Man United from Bologna. He's a really good player. Yes, he's got room to improve, but this guy, he can dribble when he gets the ball to feet. He can take on players. He's direct. We got to be careful with this guy. Do you know what I mean? And another player you got to watch out for as well. That Batter and Ram, Weghorst, right? Yeah. I tell you what. Yeah, I'll call him Batter and Ram because he just bats through people.
He was terrible for Man United.
I know. He wasn't that great. Well, he didn't get much games, but he wasn't that great. But I'll be real. Yeah. I'll be real, right? I mean, Pete, you know what? Honestly, let's give it a go on Wednesday night, yeah? I mean, Holland will play their style. We got to match them up, but we've got to get at them. We can do that. Just show us and just say, right, you know what? Show us something different. Show us something different. Shock us, surprise us. And we can sit back to say, whoa, this team is playing football here. But we've got to drop forward in as well, by the way. We have to drop Phil forward in because he's great for City, but he's not great for England. He doesn't fit in the Southgate style of play. Do you know what I mean? And players like Bowen, people like Gordon, people like Esse, are just a bit peed off because he's not in the team. But change it up. If you give it a go, right? If you give it a go, right? Take it to them. If you have 15, 20 chances, tried everything, hit the post, went wide, off the line, and they got caught by a sucker punch, we could just sit there and just say, you know what? They kicked us in the no, you know what? But guess what? We gave it our all tonight, and we cannot complain about that.
Absolutely done. Southgate is far too loyal and doesn't like to change or accept certain players. Nah, he doesn't at times, does he? Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. It's nice to see that taking pens have become our art form, something to be positive about. See, we took great penalties in that against Switzerland, to be fair. We really, really did. People just saying hello to each other. Kane is lazy and complacent. He has been in this tournament, unfortunately. And people just saying hello. Start lineup would be Pickford, Walker, Stones, Gay, Shaw, Rice, Manu, Bellingham, Saka, Phone, Kane, but wouldn't be my choice. It's probably
Gooey's a quality defender. He is fantastic.
I'll tell you now, right?
I'll take him at Newcastle United.
I'll be surprised if there's not a few clubs in for him after this tournament's ended. And I'm not just talking about English teams. I'm talking about European teams.
Yes. So it's a tosser as well.
Crystal Palace might have to sell him because he might not be there.
Mm-hmm. That is the thing. We should turn. Tony, we should be after this guy. If we want to build for the future, right? Get this guy in because Fabian Shah ain't gonna be around forever. Jamal Lascelles ain't gonna be around forever. Dan Burn ain't gonna be around forever. Yeah, get this guy in. Break the bank to get this guy in because you've got to build for the back.
6 million quid.
Pay the money.
Pay the money. Absolutely. Mama Flossie, good evening. Hope you're well. I'm on Sinclair's channel as well. Southgate needs to get out of Kane's hoop, says Andrew.
Sure, I don't understand
the criticism with what he's done for the country and for us players. He's taken us to the next level. No manager's been as successful as he has recently. Us players love him, but he's
Next
not.
level.
The
Next
fact
level.
is, Coffee, he's not well. If that's what Luke Shaw has come out and said, but he's not pleasing the fans, unfortunately. And look how many fans have gone over there, paid a lot of money for flights, tickets, hotels, and are watching bland football.
Shite.
Why not put Saka on left wing and put Palmer on the right? Rather see go and play, if I'm honest. His pace and energy will scare defenders. We'd love to, Wacky, but is Southgate going to do it? That is the question. The problem, yes, Southgate has his favourites. He won't change it. Absolutely, Mark. Hey, Andrew, cheers and thanks. Are you keeping again? People just saying hello to each other. Good evening. Martin, hope you well. Maybe Gordon's been carrying a knock from his bike crash. Maybe. But he's still sitting on the bench. Oh, that's the thing. And he looks really, really bored, or he's just absolutely frustrated, or he just looks unhappy. And
well, that's what I've just shared to you. That was from Saturday's game against Switzerland.
Well, that's
what does that tell you? That picture there tells you he doesn't look a happy chappy.
Yep, I've just gone for a holiday.
You know what? There's no beaches in Germany. Do you know what I mean? No beaches in Germany. Had I been in Spain, he could go to bed at dawn. Do you know what I mean? Top of his tan. But seriously,
been a better dog caddy a few times.
I tell you what,
could have gone round the Carberries.
And the world famous gorgeous sister boy Sinclair. Richard is in the chat. Up you well. Big up and live free. John Peter, Tony, John Peter, and Mason. Up you well, Mick.
I mean, Mick does. I mean, look, Mick had a comment earlier on there, which I agreed with as well, and I thank him for that comment because, you know, he's absolutely right. And I'm trying to find where his comment is now. Just trying to see where Mick's comment is, but yeah, it was there.
That put a smile on
he says, "I'd rather play ugly and win like Portugal in 2016 rather than play pretty football and lose." And do you know what, Mick? You're absolutely spot on because it's exactly what I've been saying. At the end of the day, right? Doesn't matter. It does not matter how you win a football match. It's getting the result at the end of it. It's like I said yesterday. I couldn't give two hoops if we played absolutely crap through every round of the FA Cup. Mm-hmm. And even in the final, we played rubbish and got a lucky goal and won it 1-0. I would not care because at the end of the day, we have won a trophy. I wouldn't care how we get through it. I've said this many times when I've done pre-matches. Mm-hmm. I don't care how we win a game. I don't care if it comes off the keeper's backside in the 96th minute. It's getting that result. That's what it's all about. It's not always about playing the best football. You can play the best football, but you can still be beaten. You can play the worst football and you can scrape through a game. You know, France have done it in this tournament. They've scammed our way at the semi-final. We've scammed our way at the semi-final. Yes, we played slightly better on Saturday against Switzerland. But look, as I've said all along, it's not about playing great football. Sometimes it's about just getting that result. And that is the most important part of it. Yep. Whether the two teams on Saturday settle for penalties, does it matter? No, because look, we won on penalties because every penalty that was scored was taken by a penalty taker. And so the way I look at it is, I don't care how we win this tournament. If we win this tournament by going through it playing crap, I don't care because at the end of the day, we've won a tournament.
Yeah, that's it.
As long as we're lifting that trophy up, as long as Harry Kane's lifting that trophy up, that'll be absolutely fantastic to see. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so sometimes it's not always about the performance, it's just the result. And even Roy Keane said that during this tournament as well. And he said, even Roy Keane said, and Gary Neville agreed with him, and he said to Gary Neville, he said, when they played at Man United, he says, how many times on Alex Ferguson did we play some rubbish games, but we got the result?
Yeah.
He says people mourned, but they didn't think about the fact that we actually got the result and got through the next round, especially in the Champions League. And Gary Neville says, yeah, absolutely spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. That put a smile on your face, Johnny. Love the new away strip. We have no chance to beat Spain. We will go defensive the same way we play Italy. if we get Spain, it's going to be an almighty hard game. We should have included Hall in the two friendlies before tournament to see how we got on at international level. He could have done, yeah. Worst tournament for overall standing in my lifetime, thinks Andrew. Hype jobs. Sorry, I disagree. We won't beat Holland on Wednesday. Interesting, Mark. It's not going to be an easy game. If you think about it, there wasn't much downtime for players before start of last season, so fatigue is probably setting a bit. Lots of games played. Yep. In your opinion, Holland are scoring goals. We can't. Holland are in a way scores goals as well. Other than Gakpo, Holland had an out.
We could have played them in the second round, Pete.
Yeah, could have done.
We could have. If results hadn't gone the way they were, we would have played them in the second round. So, you know.
Hardly conceding, yeah. Why do we wait to go behind before playing attacking football, then draw level and sit back 10 behind the ball, asking for trouble spot? And wacky. We shouldn't be going behind at this rate and then having to try and get back in it to try and push for an equaliser, and then we have to take it extra time. Queen of Hearts, good evening. Hope you are well.
Good Hearts.
The referee for the semi-final clash with the Netherlands reportedly has previous history of match fixing. Yeah, you were saying it as well, Tony. Mason trying to get back in. He also has a history with Bellingham too. If Kane's not fit, why play him? Exactly. Queen of Hearts. It's just baffled me. Don't play a player who's not fit. I never want to see my striker back next to my CDM. He should be on last man all the time for an option for outball, in my opinion. Yeah. Queen of Hearts says to you, John, good evening. Just in a little coffee. Anyone remembering one tournament they had Kane taking corners, free kicks and penalties? Yeah, that was Euro 2016 under Hoy. Under why?
Why? Oh, God, yeah.
Good evening, lads. I would drop phone and Kane for going and Tony on Wednesday, says Archer. Yeah, I would as well. Now to Southgate, all over wacky. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well. Evening, Tony, Peter, John, Mason, Mods, Chatters. Good evening, George. Hope you're well. Exactly what I said. Subs looking sat on the bench. Bet they wish a bus could stop and pick them up. I bet some of them do, Lee. See, I didn't think Mano should have got called up, but he's proved me wrong. He has proved people wrong. He's done very well.
See, what annoys me, Pete, right? What annoys me, Pete, is, right? You've got Anthony Gordon sitting on the bench.
Yep.
Over 20 goal contributions last season. Well, between him and Palmer, there's over 50 goal contributions between them two alone. Okay, Saka's come into the tournament and is playing well now, so you can't really drop Saka, look, to be honest with you. But you go back to last year's under-21s tournament when England won the Euros.
He was
Gordon
brilliant.
was player of the tournament. Now then, if he's player of the tournament last season, why the hell is Southgate not giving him a look in this one? Because surely he should be looking at that and thinking, well, hang on a minute, he was player of the tournament last year. I mean, even his coaching staff should be saying to Southgate, like Sir Steve Holland should be going to Southgate and saying, look, come on, Gareth, I think you need to change this. But the thing is, the fact that Holland will play an open game may suit England on Wednesday as well, because at least they won't sit in a low block like other teams do. They like to see your Slovakians or your Slovenians or your Serbians and all this, and your Danes. I mean, group stages, yes, they can be boring because at the end of the day, teams just want to get the results to get out of the groups. That's the thing. That's why the group games are sometimes a bit boring. But once you get the knockout rounds, you know. But look, we're in another semi-final. We've got to embrace it and be happy. And what we should be saying is we should win this tournament because they've got the squad to win the tournament. We certainly have. We've got the players to win the tournament. I think you should be bold, be brave. And I think what he should do on Wednesday is he should play a 4-2, 1-3 formation. And what I say by that is your back four should be Walker, Stones, Gee, Shaw on the left. Your midfield two of Rice and Mainu, because Mainu's played well. You can't drop him now. Mainu's played well. In front of Mainu and Rice, you've got Bellingham in that little 10 role. Mm-hmm. Then you've got Anthony Gordon left, Ivan Toney in the middle, Saka on the right. I tell you what, that would beat Holland no problem, hands down.
Yeah, I think that sounds a good one, Tony, yes. George is in the line. Yep, George says hit the like button, folks. Please do. It's on mine, John's channel, and Tony's channel. This is all being streamed on for tonight. So do give us the thumbs up and share, as it just keeps us up all those results on YouTube. So please do smash those likes, and of course, please do subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, or if you're not yet subscribed. Please do, and also go and subscribe to the other 2 channels as well if you haven't already done so as well. We're playing all of 5 teams, S teams, so Spain in final just need to beat Scotland. They'll have to change like button this way, says Julie. Yeah, Southgate no better than Bruce, pretty much similar to each other. Need to wide Virgil van Dijk, get the tool set off, says Julie. Yeah,
Be nice.
well, I only went for that. Italy missed Tonali. Yes, that's why they crashed out of the tournament very early. I think after this tournament, it's time to go. It's time to go for the new look. England, the youngsters coming through, no Walker, Kane, Stones, etc. Not a bad shout there, Wacky. Because Walker's
not impressed me in this tournament.
He hasn't. A lot of people said that Ben White should have went from Arsenal, but apparently the guy didn't want to go because he didn't want to play under Southgate.
No, he's refusing any.
Yes.
People don't know what the reason is. He hasn't given the actual reason, but he doesn't want to play.
But apparently that's what's been going around that. Apparently, Ben White didn't want to play because he didn't want to play under Southgate.
I'll tell you who the fullbacks will be for England. I'll tell you what, the fullbacks for England in the World Cup in 2026, if England get there, but they should get there, will be Livermore and Lewis Hall.
Be nice.
Hopefully
It'd be nice. Can I just say something quickly, people who go in the comments, right? But if you get into World Cup, right, in America, USA, Canada, and Mexico, right? If you get a draw, right, England, it could be Italy, Uruguay. No, it's not again. England, Uruguay, Ivory Coast, and maybe just maybe Slovakia, right? In that group, that is a group of death. Uruguay are going to be so difficult to beat under Bielsa. I'm telling you.
Uruguay.
The way Uruguay are playing. They have been fantastic.
Yeah. I would rather play ugly and win like Portugal in 2016 than play pretty football and lose. That's the one you were on about there, Tony, as well. Southgate's not a leader, says Andrew. No, he's not. It's Bruce Gather, Southgate. He's got to play a stronger team that can pass take shots as well. He should be playing 4-4-2. Yep. Should Kane retire from international football after the Euros are over at a similar age to what Shearer was when he had his last tournament, says Lawrence. Very good question there, Lawrence.
Very good question.
That's a very good one that he's come up with there. Because I don't think Kane's got pace.
Look, as much as we slate him for what he's doing, but what you got to think of, he's our record goal scorer.
Yes.
And he is a bloody good goal scorer, Kane. That's the thing. Is it Southgate who's telling him to drop deep? Because somebody must be, because he doesn't drop deep for Bayern Munich.
You like to know what
I know he had an injury and missed the last few games for Bayern Munich. So is this the injuries that's catching up on him from that? You know. But look, it all depends. Who knows? We could all be in for a surprise on Wednesday. Southgate could do a couple of changes, and everybody might be, wow, hang on, we didn't expect this. Who knows?
Could well be.
You might say to Kane, look, go on the bench, Harry. I'm going to start with Ivan Toney. And then when I start with Ivan Toney, I may bring you on, say, 70. He could bring Kane on 70 minutes. Depends how the game's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
You know? If he hadn't missed that second penalty against France, Hugo Lloris said after that game, he said, if Harry Kane had scored that penalty, he said, France would have got nowhere near the final because England would have been there because he says we would have got beat. He says England were the better team. He says and they would have took us apart in extra time. He says, when Harry Kane missed that penalty, he says, I thought my birthday had come all at once. Because he was half expecting that ball to hit the back of the net.
Yeah, I think
Because
Southgate
obviously
might
he
have
played with
no.
him at Spurs, didn't he? So,
Yeah, he did. I think Southgate might have no choice but to play Gordon-His pace, and chasing back will be needed because Shaw isn't fully fit and will struggle with recovery runs. Very good point there. Wacky could really have to. Evening, Julie. How are you keeping? Says Lee. Julie's comment in regards to
Big up,
Germany.
Jules.
She says plenty of sausage and beer, though.
oh,
Oh,
plenty of bratwurst.
All I'm
Plenty
gonna
of
say is,
cancer wounded
Julie,
now.
all I'm going to say is, Julie, 4 days to go.
Hey, there's plenty of cancer in Germany now.
Yeah, there is. Hi, Lee, not to bed. Hi, Julia.
Peter, do not, Peter.
Yeah, I
Plenty of
know what you're on
cancer in
about.
Germany.
I know what you're on about. Hit the like, people. Says Mama Flossie. Yes, please do.
thank
Hit the
you,
likes
Mama.
on all 3 of the channels. This has been a stream from. It's a high risk strategy, and we will run out of luck, says Andrew. Oh, it could well happen. Our football isn't just ugly; it's Martin Keown ugly, says Wacky. I don't understand why he isn't playing Job Bellingham. According to the spirit.
That's a Mac and Powder account.
Oh,
Peter.
God.
That's a
Because
Mac-
Job's not as good, that's why.
Let's not forget the
That's a
likes
Mac
of
and
France
Powder,
and
that's a Mac.
Netherlands haven't been great either. They're very no, they haven't,
Exactly.
Christopher. Actually, no, they haven't. Even in all I see, thing is signed for is arrived in Swansea for a medical. Oh Jesus!
Pedro
Even
Gala-
in,
oh,
even in John and Tony looking
Big up,
forward to
Jamie,
Tony,
man.
John and
Hope you're good.
Easton. Would love to join you on yes soon, John. Yeah, nice to
Yeah,
see you, Jamie.
definitely, man. Just give us a shout, man. I'll get you in, man.
yeah, looking forward to it, Jamie.
I said before tournament started, it's got Spain written all over it. I did say France, but they've not looked impressive at all. And they've just crawled their way through it as well. Can we spunk our way through 2 more games, though, lol?
Yeah, we can. Of course we can. Absolutely. I mean, look, you know, you got to look at France, right? Look at France. The squad they've got, right? Look at the players France have got. You know, they've got Upamecano, Chouamani, they've got Mbappe, Griezmann, Kante, you know. They've got some great players there, France. And they haven't yet scored a goal from open play.
No, they haven't actually. No, they haven't either.
They haven't scored a goal from open play for over 560 minutes. I mean, look, that's absolutely madness for a team like France. And people laughed at me when I said that France team might struggle at the Euros, and people said, "Are you joking? That's a bloody good squad." And I tell you what, I've been proved right. They have struggled at the Euros because they have not scored a goal from open play. They've had 2 own goals, a penalty, and they had to win a penalty shootout to get through, to get to the semi-finals. Portugal must be sitting at home now thinking, how the hell did we lose to France? Because João Felix hit the post. Because the thing is, it took Bruno Fernandes off Ferret's face.
Ronaldo's legs
face off.
Yeah. Ronaldo's
he would have
legs
scored
gone.
that penalty.
Yeah. Ronaldo's legs have gone, unfortunately. If it's only the result that matters, would you like Southgate to manage Newcastle? Don't think so. No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. Absolutely no way.
Over 90 minutes, England have won 1 match in the past 6. Southgate is a draw specialist. Won last 6 months in the Premier League, unless it's a bottom 6 club, says David. Yeah. And you said, hello, look forward to get Jamie on your channel as well. Gaz Woolgate doesn't want to win as it may offend opponents. Who is leading the Golden Boot at the minute and how many goals?
It's a tie.
Because there's a lot of own goals in this tournament have been scored as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But yeah.
That's it. So
it's a strange one, Pete. It's a strange one.
Yeah, it is. We can score goals if we was playing attacking football, lads. Yeah, we can. Good evening, Neil, lads. I'd rather have 2 up front rather than Kane on his own. If you keep Kane on the pitch, you need to give him a partner. The way we're playing at the minute is not working. His only tactic is to bore teams to death. I'd rather have Watkins or Tony alongside Kane. Yeah. Good evening, Jamie, as well. Peter and Tony, look forward for Tony joining me soon. We'd love to join you on Yes Soon, Peter. You all have great shows. Cheers, Jamie. Yeah, just give me a message anytime, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Pete, top scorers in the Euros. This is a top scorers in the Euros.
Yep.
Cody Gakpo, 3 goals. Mikitauti, 3 goals from Georgia.
Yep.
Jamal Musiala, 3 goals. Ivan Šranc of Slovakia, 3 goals. Then Bellingham's got 2 goals. Mbolo with 2 goals. Fabian Ruiz with 2 goals. Fulkrug with 2 goals. Havertz with 2 goals. Kane with 2 goals. Marlin with 2 goals. Marin with 2 goals. Demiral with 2 goals. Olmo with 2. Wirtz with 2. And then you've got the single figures as well, which is like obviously Saka's amongst the single figures. 1 goal. But yeah, 3 goals is the most that's been scored at this moment, and it's shared
A lot of them have been own goals.
by 4 players. But 3 of them are not even in the tournament no more. 3 of the countries. So
No, that's
you know,
it, unfortunately.
but what you know, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, the amount of own goals that's been scored in this tournament is
It's just
unbelievable.
incredible.
It's so comical, isn't it? So comical this season. It really has.
David says, can't see which manager will want the England job if they actually win this tournament. The expectation after will it be so high? Can't see how being tempted at all. We'll wait and see. Hopefully, Eddie Howe's not going to go anywhere.
You never know, though. That's the thing. That's what I keep saying to people. People say, "Oh well, Eddie's come out and said he doesn't want the England job yet. He likes a club job." And look, at the end of the day, what you've got to remember is, look how good some of these players are we got in the squad now, these youngsters coming through.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe, if he gets even if Newcastle say you can talk to the FA, and if he even goes and speaks to the FA, he might come out of that meeting and sit at home and he might think, do you know what? I've got a chance in 2 years' time of being a World Cup winning manager. And, he may think, yes, okay, I'm not doing day-to-day management, but to think that I could actually go in there, win England the World Cup, and be a World Cup winning manager.
Yep.
He may think that's too much for him to turn down.
Possibly.
And he might say, because we've seen it with managers in the past, where managers said, oh, no, they're not interested in the international job, and all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. He might sit there and think, wow, actually, no, I could do this job. And, and if he did, I wouldn't say, it wouldn't worry me. I would say, that's fine. I understand why he wants to take it, because he's looking at the talent that's coming through. There's more young talent coming through. We know what he's good at. He's good at getting players to play that little bit extra. And you can imagine if he's playing that pressing intensity game, that will frighten a lot of international teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony, I can see you've got a new member on your channel.
Yes, I have. Thank you very much indeed, George. Thank you, mate.
So, yep, well done, George, joining the members club on Tony's channel. It's all black and white TV. Saka, Gordon, Tony should be the 3 up front. There should be. Gareth Southgate's favourite song, Take It Easy by the Eagles, says Coffee. Do you think Foden just isn't suited to international football? I've never seen him perform well for England.
He's not.
It could be. Or, again, neglection from Southgate, playing him out of position. The guy doesn't play left-sided for Man City. He's a player that likes to cut adrift. And there you are. But Gareth Southgate just doesn't see that with some players. I mean, particularly Mason as well. Eze is a left-sided player. The guy doesn't play there for Palace. Oh, I think Mason's frozen. John, I'll let you come on that one then.
Yeah, I think for me, we said it's not fair, didn't we? I think you talk about SE, yeah? I mean, he should be a number 10. I think SE, I love him. I mean, when he makes his driving runs in midfield as a 10, I think he's quite wasted on the left-hand side, you know what I mean? But as a 10, I think he's powerful, 6 foot. I think he's 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
And, he's had a fantastic season for Palace. But again, at that national level, he'll get there. He'll definitely get there. He gives us all. But like we said, that shot he had against the last game when he screwed it wide wasn't great. But I think, for me personally, he's got to play as a 10. Otherwise, what you're doing, you put him on the left and put 2 fingers up at Gordon. And I've noticed that as well.
He absolutely thought it was slow by Kyle. Yeah. But he won't. He will keep he will keep his favourite. Simple as he'll play phone on the left again. I'm just sick of this total toss pot. No chance, no hope. I haven't felt any hope pretty much in this Euros. I said would get beat off Slovakia. Look how close I was to getting that one right. It was just I did say we'd get beat off Switzerland, but we penalty shit out. Switzerland just didn't create an awful lot. That was the problem. I really thought they didn't.
What I want to see is Pete. I want to see us score the first goal on Wednesday. Go ahead in the game for a change. Go ahead in the game, and not only go ahead, but go on and win the game. Also, I want to see Southgate be proactive and not reactive. I want to see substitutes come on early, and I want to see him be proactive. I don't want to see us going 1-0 down and then him having to be reactive by bringing substitutes on, like we saw on Saturday when he did that on Saturday, And look, I think, we've got a good record against Holland in tournaments. To be honest, the last time we played Holland in the Euros, we beat them 4-1. Shearer and Sheringham, at Wembley Stadium. But look, that was a decent Holland side back then. Let's be honest, that was a decent Holland side. This Holland side isn't the best Holland side. And look, even when they were 1-0 down to Turkey, they were that desperate to throw out Weghorst on. Weghorst is coming on when they're losing games, and it seems to be he's just there for his height, just to bully defenders and win the high balls. Which he's still a Burnley player, but he's never done it at Burnley. He's not really a goal scorer as such. He's not a massive goal scorer. He's not your 1 and 2 goal scorer. But look, I just hope if we do go 1 or 2 goals up, I hope Southgate's got the guts to just change things and say, right, let's give some players a go.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a semi-final. We're 1 game from the final. If you want to get the final, you've got to go out and win that game. Let's go out, win it in bloody style. That's the way I see it. Let's go out there, win the game in style, and say, look, put down a marker. So whoever, if we go out there and say, look, I'm not saying we're going to, but what's to say we go out, we're winning 2-0, we bring some subs on, we then make it 3-0. Holland's out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We put Holland out, say 3-0 or 3-1.
Yep.
Whoever we play in the final is going to think, oh, hang on, England's on it now. Then they're back. They've turned up. And so, and that Spain side, yes, okay, they're not bad. But I watched them against Germany and I didn't think they're not that great. They've just done very well. They beat an aging Croatian side 3-0, who, let's be honest, the likes of Modric on his way out and, Perisic and that they're all getting old now. France beating Belgium. They're an Asian team, Belgium, the likes of Bruyne and that, and Vertonghen, they're an Asian team. But look, I know we are struggling with scoring goals. We are struggling scoring 1 where we scored 2 against Slovakia. That was the most we scored in the tournament.
Well, we tried to create chances, but our strikers non-existent.
But if we change things up on Wednesday, and it all depends if we do or not. Who knows? We'll not know until Wednesday. But look, like I've said to people, let's not be negative. We might not like the manager, but let's support the players. That's the most important thing, supporting the players and supporting the team, supporting our country.
Yeah.
Look, we don't, in tournaments before Southgate come along, look where we finished with Roy Hodgson. We got beat off Iceland, for Christ's sake, in the second round in the 2016 Euros. Under Capello, under Fabio Capello, we were absolutely dross at tournaments. We were shocking. That he was the worst manager ever for England. I didn't like that man at all.
He was the worst one ever.
I do. I mean, I know Ron Green was probably the worst manager, but Jesus, I think Capello's up there with him.
Was definitely one of the worst. World Cup
Capello
2014.
wasn't that great either.
World Cup 2014, we finished bottom of the group.
Shocking.
Yeah, exactly. That was shocking. That.
he should have been sat after that. Do you know what I mean? And they just didn't have the bottle to do it.
Did you like Capello, John? Did you?
I tell you what, though, he was an attacking manager. You know, but he's done brilliant for AC Milan, in his time, and he did brilliant for Roma. Wouldn't have so he had talent in his first season when Batistuta won at 31 years of age, right? But for England, he couldn't speak a word of English. That is the problem. And when you don't communicate well with your players, then you got a problem. But he resigned after we qualified for the World Cup in South Africa.
Yeah, Lawrence makes a point there. Steve McLaren as well.
I was going to come on to that. The guy couldn't get what
he's even worse.
The Wally with the brolly.
Another mistake that Capello did. I remember one of his selections for the 2010 World Cup. Emil Heskey.
Yes. I mean,
David says, is John going to display his Japanese dancing skills ahead of his trip?
I'm going to do a nightlife there, so I'll do me vlog to the nightlife.
There's George's membership on Tony's channel. Apparently, something was said to White by backroom staff, and basically he said he won't play until they are not part of the staff anymore. Well, I kind of blame Ben White if he doesn't want to play for Gareth Southgate because he doesn't play good football, he is getting it under Arteta at Arsenal.
I mean, when you think, then Capello went to Russia to be manager of the Russian national team.
Mm-hmm.
The Russian FA, though, I don't know if anybody knows the story on this or not, but the Russian FA didn't want to take him on because it said we can't afford to pay his wages. So Roman Abramovich said to the Russian FA, take him on and I'll pay his wages. And Roman Abramovich actually paid the wages for Capello. People probably don't know that, but he did.
Oh, well, interesting. It looks like he's got again. Kane's finished for England. Time to look to the future. Glad Tony was preferred over Watkins. But the thing with Tony, as well. But the thing is, John, with Tony, it's like really late in the game he's coming on. Again, bit of a neglection there from the manager.
Yeah, I agree. When he first bought him, offered to chuck him under the bus, and he did set up the equalising goal, by the way, for Bellingham's bullet overhead kick. But for me, if you're going to bring on a striker on, right, we're chasing the game, a goal behind, we need a striker, we need a goal, yeah, and it does that in the last minute, yeah, which is absolutely no sense whatsoever, makes no sense whatsoever, yeah. I think Southgate's just doing that to take the pee, do you know what I mean? But I tell you what, he got away with it again because he's been very lucky, yeah. I think Ivan told us a bit peeved when he was sent on the pitch 2 minutes ago, yeah, and it's taken a mickey. Now, let me just go back, right, back in 2017, right, Italy had to beat Sweden to get into the World Cup, right, in San Siro, right, and I think about me, Daniel De Rossi was asked to go on the pitch in the 60th minute, right, and he was told, I'm not going on the pitch, we need a striker to win the game, so he refused to go on that pitch. So the coach didn't know what to do. He did not know what to do. Yeah. So he was just scrambling and saying, look, you either go on or we're going to be effed. They did a goal. And Italy eventually went out of the World Cup. That was a national disaster. Not qualified for the World Cup for Italy. National disaster. Yeah. But I thought Gareth Southgate should do a sack in the sim. But he got away with that one, Harry's. But if I was obviously thinking, you know what? If it happens again, I'm going to do a Ben White and say I don't want to play for England this manager, you know, and that's what's going to happen. But luckily, he's came on, and he contributed to the team as well.
Absolutely.
Another manager that could be worse for England as well, and God bless his soul because he's no longer around now. But that's Graham Turnip-Taylor. I mean, look, didn't get us to the Euros, the World Cup in America, and the most embarrassing thing is San Marino scored the quickest goal in qualifying against England when they went 1-0 up, and we ended up winning that game 7-1. But look, with the Ian Wright hat-trick. But look, thing is though, when we went 1-0 down against San Marino, I could not believe what I was watching. I'm thinking, for Christ's sake, we're playing one of the worst teams in the world, and yet we're getting beat off them 1-0. And it's the fastest goal in qualifying. San Marino hold that record, and it just happens to be against England. But Turnip-Taylor went after that, and he didn't. He's got to be up there as one of the worst. Would you agree with that one?
Yeah,
got to be.
Mason said that's going very funny.
Yeah.
What have you seen, Mason?
Go on.
You can
He had Larry McManamy.
Exactly.
He had Larry McManamy. Says he's assistant, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? Evening, lads. Hope you're well, Neil. If Kane isn't fully fit, why use so much energy dropping back when he has no pace to get up into the box when our mid have the ball? Exactly. The problem with Kane is he had Sarni up front with him. He is a lone striker for England. He's past it, get the slug out and get Watkins and Tony up front, says Mark. Yeah. Big up, lads. Arsenal fan, first time checking out the show. Jude Smellingham being bang average. He's had a couple of poor games, to be fair, Bellingham. I will a cocktail sausage do. It's quite chilly down south. It is chilly here. Yes, that's true. Oh, God.
I mean, the thing is, Bellingham's had a couple of stinkers, but then Bellingham's that world-class player who can just do something out of the blue. I mean, look what he's done against Slovakia. I mean, that overhead kick, I mean, that was outrageous to score the equaliser.
Oh, yes.
His penalty, the arrogance and his penalty against Switzerland on Saturday, again, brilliant. But that's the arrogance of Jude Bellingham. And do you know what? I love the arrogance. I love it. Like Ivan Toney, not looking at the ball. Everybody's talking about this penalty around Europe and everything, saying it's the arrogance of him to stand there and just not look at the ball and kick it. And as I've said, that is not an easy skill. That is something that has to be practiced. And that's probably been practiced for a long, long time, years even. And, you know, that could have gone so badly wrong on Saturday. And but it's got everybody talking. Everybody around Europe's talking about it. Every national newspaper around Europe are talking about the Ivan Toney penalty because they've never seen it before.
You know, they haven't. There you are. Look at us. We are just as bad as Mark. Yeah, Gakpo is up there. I think there's 4 players on 3 goals. There is. Mickey Tatty, 3 goals. King could be trying for the Golden Boot prize. I mean, she apparently got a world record in this tournament. I read somewhere where. Yep, I'm still with a chance. I backed England to win and came for the Golden Boot, says Mick. Most yellow cards, yep. Most Brill creams, is that true? Oh, because he's always got his hair up, Kane, isn't he? I think Howard would want to win something at the tomb before he considers England, says Mark. Okay. England have broken the record for most amount of backwards passes in a tournament. Southgate
Probably.
with Nick Gaza in goal. If they played a 4-5-1, you could have Bellingham or Foden floating in a free roll instead of supporting the striker. You could have. I didn't realise Eze was at Sunderland, but they let him go. I don't think Eze was at Sunderland. These rumours aren't going away. It seems if he is to leave, I'd rather it happen soon, as I can't have these rumours all summer until deadline day. Do Man City really need him? Right. The Chronicle have come out and said this time there's no links at all of going anywhere. When the Chronicle reported the story in the first place.
The thing is, but the problem with the Chronicle is, Pete, it's owned by a London Bay. It's London based now. That's the problem.
London based now. It's not up here now.
Yeah, and they're all whipping it up from down south. So that's the problem you've got nowadays.
It may as well be called the Comical at this rate.
Well, you know that.
Basically, your internet's so funny and fuzzy, matey.
Yeah, John Gibson's the only decent one, and Alan Oliver.
That was literally what it.
These gun rumours aren't going away. It seems if he is to leave, I'd rather much it happen soon as I can't have these rumours all. I've just read that one. Southgate won't change his management style overnight. Hi, Peter Mason, Tony, how are you all doing? Question for you, one at a time. Do you think Gunn will stay at Newcastle this season from Kate and Jonathan? Yes, I believe he will. John?
It's just I think Gordon stay in Newcastle. I believe he will. I think he'll stay because he loves that club. And the thing is, though, right? I mean, Anthony's got to remember, right? We saved his career technically because he's getting it in Merseyside. Yeah, I mean, we saved his career basically because he was just on the teams getting a bit of violence as well. And
so something funny that's coming, Tony.
And I hope.
That's something funny that's coming, Tony.
I know
Tangi's comment.
Yeah.
Did Mason drop his mic in the fish tank?
That's the thing. But the thing is, though, go back to Gordon. Nah, listen, I think he'll steer. He's got to steer. He needs to steer. We're going to win trophies and that. He's got to be a part of it. If we sell him, we need to get someone better than Anthony Gordon. Yeah, because I tell you what, it'll be a huge mistake by the owners. They need to think about this very carefully. Ask us one question. They said they want to be number one. They want to be number one. Don't sell Anthony Gordon. Otherwise, it's set a backfield 4 years behind again.
That's it. I think Gordon will stay. Mason will go and stay.
Yes, can I a quick comment here? Why do we want to go to a Manchester club? Why do we do this coach?
Mason, I think you need to set your internet.
It's more difficult. It's several teams. I did it all very good.
If Eddie was to take the England job, as long as Southgate doesn't get the Newcastle job, that will be a massive step backwards, lads. Well, the one good thing, the one good thing about Southgate not playing Gordon, he won't get injured, and it's good for the tune, says Alan.
Exactly what I've said. Exactly what I've been saying. I think Gordon will stay. I think he'll get a new bumper contract when he comes back as well, which wouldn't surprise me. But remember, there's one thing the media are missing here when they're saying about it's okay saying Liverpool like Gordon, Man City want Gordon. Let's look at why Man City would want Gordon. They've got Grealish.
Yep.
They've got Savio coming in. You know, they've got De Bruyne in the squad. They've got Doku, who, let's be honest, Doku looks like a £60 million Alan St-Maximin, another one who's got all the skills but no end product. He doesn't look that great. Now, the thing is, there's rumours of Grealish going off to Saudi Arabia, apparently.
Apparently, there's rumours Man City are trying to offload him.
So, look, the way I look at it is, there's no way Gordon's going to Man City. I don't think he's leaving. I think when he comes back, because, look, he spoke well about Eddie Howe. He likes the club.
Yep.
He knows the club's going places. We haven't lost Bruno. We haven't lost Isak. And look, what is the point of having these players if we're going to sell them on? If we want to be number one, as yes, I keep saying, then we've got to keep these players, like say Gordon's, Isak's, and Bruno's. But the thing is, going back to my point of the newspapers, one thing these papers are forgetting is we now have a sporting director called Paul Mitchell.
We do.
And do you think Paul Mitchell's going to say, "Oh, that's fine. We'll sell him for 100 million"? Because then, no, he's not. He's going to say, "No, he's not going anywhere." So there's no way Paul Mitchell will allow that.
No.
Not if he wants to try and help us be elite. And he says he wants us to be an elite football team. So if he wants us to be an elite football team, he's no way going to say that, we'll sell Gordon. People are saying, we could sell him and get a replacement. Who are we going to get to replace him? You know? So the thing is, I say he's not going, and I think Paul Mitchell will make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. And I don't think he will. Look, we've heard all the rumours for Bruno, and look, not what's happened. Everybody's expecting this release clause to be activated. Didn't happen.
No.
You know, we can now name our price for Bruno. Same as Isak, we can name our price. Arsenal's wanting him. Arsenal fans kept putting out screenshots of Isak in an Arsenal shirt. So deluded that they thought it was going to happen, and it never has happened. So it's not going to happen. You'll end up with Dominic Solanke. That's what you're going to end up with at Arsenal. And good luck to you. But so I think Paul Mitchell's going to be absolutely fantastic for us.
I believe he will be.
I think he's going to. They reckon he's going to take over the transfers. That's for sure as well. So I'll take the pressure off Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I can't see going to the City of Science Stadium. To be honest, he thrives on the atmosphere at St James's. If we feel 1-0 goal two's up, we struggle to score one. We do at times, Mark. Only way we'll go up is if they score own goal or we get a pen that we will go 10 behind the ball for the rest of the game, says Wacky. Imagine the scenario: England get extra time in the final with the struggle bus tactics of Southgate, then Anthony Gordon scores the all-important goal.
That would be
Fabio Crapello, more like.
Yeah.
Is exactly Tony. Steve McClellis is my West manager, not just for Newcastle, but for England as well. Big Sam played one, won one, and then he was gone. Will Tony attend the Southgate statue unveiling if they win the next 2 games?
No.
No.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not bigging this guy up at all. But all I'm saying is, and it's like somebody said in the comment there. He said, "Look, hasn't Southgate been your most successful manager since '66?" And as much as you want to hate to say it, but you've got to say yes, he has been, because look, he's got his first tournament as manager. He took it to the semi-finals. Okay, sorry, we should have beat Croatia and got that final. Would we have beat France in the final? I'm not so sure. But look, he got to a semi-final in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The next tournament was the Euros. We got the final. We should have won that final. We all know that now.
Yep.
But we didn't. But we finished runners-up. Qatar, we got the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Again, if Kane had scored that second penalty, we may have well gone on and beat France, and we would have got to that final. But would we have beaten Argentina? I'm not so sure, because they were on top form by then. Right? So that's those 3 tournaments. This tournament, we're in a semi-final again. And as much as he is, his tactics are not great. But you've got to say he's probably been he's probably the next most successful manager to Al Ramsey.
Maybe.
That's what you've got to look at. Venable's done well in his first tournament. He got to a semi-final, and it was only literally if Gaza had a half a size extra on his boot, if he had a size 10.5 rather than a size 10 on, and put that ball in the back of the Germans' net, we would have gone through in the golden goal, and we would have won the final. But that's how it goes. It was millimeters that Gaza missed that ball. If nobody's ever seen that, go back and watch it and just see how much he misses it. It's just literally a fraction. I'm so unlucky.
Sorry, I didn't support the team that's playing with no confidence. It's so depressing, says Mark. Hodgson was all right for mid-table Premier League clubs, but not cut out for England. Liverpool, Inter, and Milan. We've got more chance of seeing good-looking gourmet food that isn't prolific, shaped up on PD's show than England going to. Love it, wacky. I did forgot to expand on Mark's comment there. Sorry, Mark. That's fair enough. You'll not be the only one. I know nobody likes to support a team as well if they're not up to the standards as well. Support them no matter what. Russia was shocking in the World Cup. They had Capello for that as well. Wally with the Brolly was the worst, I think. Yep. Big Sam has 100% record. Fabio Cappuccino is the worst manager.
67 days.
We really don't seem to have many choices when it comes to out-and-out strikers coming through the English game, really. No, we don't at times. Andrew's going for 7-0. Him with the 7-0 the whole time. Also subbed off Lineker when we needed a goal v Sweden to stay in Euro 2092. Yes. Yep. Roberto Martinez is strongly linked with England. Job of Southgate to party should go back to Swansea.
No.
Yes, Lawrence Lineker's last game. I had a whisper today. Lampard next manager. Oh, no.
Not for me.
Even when Kane was up front with Son at Spurs, it was Son doing all the groundwork. We got lucky that the Swiss player had to hit a shite pen for T-Rex to save. Southgate is your most successful manager since '66. He's had no success. Kane will be getting a Zimmer frame at the end of the tournament.
That's harshly.
He has to go further than tournaments than any other manager. The comical, no trophy, not success. I'll never forgive him for the last Euro final. Did Mason drop his mic in the fish tanks?
Sounded it, didn't it?
Is it better now, Mason?
Can you have it all right?
Yeah, that's it.
He's dried it off. Yeah, he's put the hairdryer on it.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. You never had success, mate. Okay. 66 first manager to get to a final since 66.
He's done an Alex Ferguson, the hairdryer treatment.
Yeah. The Chronicle. The Chronicle has been owned by Mirror Group, now called Reach, for about 30 years. The issues that in the last few years, regional papers are just diminished and merged. Yeah, absolutely, Tom. Mason got the warble button pressed. Wi-Fi issues in Port Talbot tonight, Mason. Yes, and failed. Bottle can't stand the man. Total fraud. Mason, you sound like an alien. Reach now bases their northern regional papers out of Manchester Chronicle, Manchester Evening News, Liverpool Echo, Yorkshire Evening Post, Teesside Gazette, all produced in Manchester now. Yes, they all. Saved his career, John. You saved his life living in Liverpool. Yep. Yeah, he's on about Anthony Gordon there. Yep. Mason speaks so we can check his find out. Speaking of ASM, I've seen reports going to Gee, yes, he is. Mason Froze, I think, are you in PG's bedroom? Oh, no.
I do not live in Rushworth.
Mason fall off his chair. Mason's camera's frozen in an awkward angle. He's clinging on.
Like I said all this stuff, that's why.
Southgate had easy draws like previous England managers playing against a primed Messi.
Has he got his Fox over yet?
Against Scotland, German, and Brazil teams also.
Hey,
has he got it yet? Pete, has he?
Pete,
Go
you
what?
just said that. Pete, you just said.
Has Paul Gallant found his spectre yet?
I couldn't tell you.
You just mentioned about ASM going to Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
I tell you what, him and Jose, they get on, mate. Because Jose Mourinho's a Fenerbahce now.
Yes, he is. Southgate has easy draws on lighting. Oh, just read that one. Not putting Shaker anywhere near Bobby Robson. What England Southgate thinks this is the army where you have to have a certain amount of stripes before you are given any responsibility. Gordon is still a private. Gareth Southgate has been extremely lucky. England have fluked through. In a scenario, Southgate would be abysmal and would get found out. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree, Tom. Out of the remaining teams in the tournament, I don't see England beating Netherlands and Spain. France look beatable, but they have a quality bench. It's going to be interesting. Something else funny that's coming.
David's comment.
David.
Oh.
Hey, John, I've got a question for you.
Go.
Good job opportunity for you, John.
Wouldn't that be funny?
There's a good job opportunity for you, John. It pays good money. Well, he says he'll pay good money. Paul Gallant's looking for a chauffeur. Well, that's what he said on his video, didn't he? Do you remember when he said he wants to get to 1,000 subs and he wants somebody to be a chauffeur so they can take him around so he can go?
Wow.
Andrew, that's probably thinking.
That's only when he can get that. That's only when he gets his Vauxhall Vectra.
Don Terry, manager, he can threaten the players if they play crap. He gets to one of the wags. I think Maxi saying for Turkish club will be playing against John Joe next season. Yes, John Joe is over in Turkey as well. Exactly, Tom. We made semis and final because we had a decent quality team and players had fire in belly, not because of Shaygate, a better manager would have actually won those trophies. Yeah, he's on the same flight. Oh, Maxi should sign for an Egyptian side. He's got enough bandages to be a mummy. What's the thing in Japanese? So anyway,
oh god,
I know we're going to start end the show now. I know you're not here for the preview, Mason, for tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll just get your score prediction for Wednesday.
Uh, 1-1, England win on penalties again.
Okay, then. Fair enough, Mason. Right, then. So we're just going to ask the other two guys what they've got coming up on their channels and where they can find them. I'll start with you, John. What have you got coming up?
I've got nothing on short at the minute, but as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. I'm hoping to do a transfer show if you guys are free this week. I know you got a show tomorrow for the
preview.
Like
so I'm going to ask if one of you could possibly join me for tomorrow's preview.
Yeah, sure. I'll come on if you want for the preview. And I'll be up for that.
I'll get to that coming in a moment. That comes just put in.
And that'd be So I've got nothing coming on in a minute, but just keep your eyes peeled, guys. But I hope to do a transfer show this week, and any breaking news, you'll be in the first to know.
No problem. I don't think PG is a real person. He's a comedy character. The lad who writes him and plays him is a genius. I hope he gets a proper TV series. 4-1 Mick, Speed 3, France 1.
TV.
Well, I have heard.
Cheers so much, Lee.
Please hang on. I'm just sharing some breaking news here. Pete, hang on a minute. Hang on. Oh, what I'm hearing is UEFA for the half-time entertainment on Sunday in the final.
Oh, Tony,
apparently, please. Paul Gallant is on the main stage.
Oh, look forward to Big John in Japan. His show can be called Kimono Tales. Win the next time. Good show, lads. Great crack, top banner. Cheers, Andrew. Sushi on that flight will be interesting, says David. Shaky 2-1 win for England, says Wacky. Of course, I'll get mine tomorrow for the preview, and I'll ask the same with John as well, and I'll ask Tony if he wants to come on for tomorrow as well. Okay, Tony, what we got coming on?
Yeah, I've got the pre-match on Wednesday, so catch me for that at around 6:30 p.m. Not AM, by the way, PM. Pre-match, look towards the game against the Holland or Netherlands. And I'll bring you both team lineups as they come out. And if there's any news on Newcastle United as well on the Wednesday, we will have a chat about that as well. And I'll probably have a transfer show or something coming up this week as well. So do keep an eye out for that one. Keep your eyes peeled. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, just nip over and hit the subscribe. Help me get towards 1,200. And if you do like the videos as well, we're all stream sharing, so if you want to go on our channels and give us all a like, that would be fantastic. It does help our channels, and it just means new viewers find our channels more easier as well. So the more you smash the like, the more keeps us near the top of the search settings, all of us.
Absolutely, yes. So please do smash the likes, because it's on mine, PD Proudlock, John Sinclair TV, Tony's It's All Black and White TV as well. So do help us that as well. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be back for the England preview, and as you said, John, you're going to come on, and I'll ask if you are available.
Oh, sorry, we score prediction, Pete, for Wednesday.
Yeah,
as well. Are you not on the?
I haven't asked us yet. You haven't asked us as well.
Oh, I can wait till tomorrow, John, if you want to come on the.
Yeah,
preview.
sure. I'll do mine tomorrow.
Are you not available tomorrow, Tony?
Good.
On,
I'm not. I'm at darts tomorrow. I'm at darts.
That's no problem then, Tony. If you can make it tomorrow, so you're going 2-1 England.
2-1 England, yeah.
No problem. And John, you'll join me tomorrow, and I'll get yours out for tomorrow. That's fine then. So just quickly Thingy and his wife runs it off time. Goodbye, everyone, and take care, says Julie. Cheers, Julie. So big up to everyone. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for tonight. Everyone that tuned in. Thanks to the guys coming on for tonight. Tony and John for joining us. As well, mods as well. Thank you so much as always. Again, I'll be back tomorrow with a preview with myself and John. Wednesday, live fan reaction show after the game. Come on and give your thoughts, and it's always great to get your thoughts. This is your opportunity to have your say on what you think of the game. So link will be pinned in the chat. As soon as that game's finished, we'll get on, and you can go on and have your say on the game as well on Wednesday, and the one after that. Friday night, they'll be back for the Crazy PD's Football Live show. So we'll be back for then on Friday. It's back at the usual time we should be as well. So, great show as always, guys. Till next time. Absolutely. Yeah, there you are. Bye, PD Mason, all Tony and all as well. Goodbye, everyone. Take care, you as well, Julie. 3-1 win. Yeah, seeing that England will come on Wednesday night. So Mama Flossy night, all cracking show, guys.
Thanks, Mama, for coming in
as well. So there you are. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight, please give us a thumbs up. It keeps us up those results on YouTube. So please do remember to smash those likes. It's really, really important that we do get those to stay on in those search results. Of course, please brand new to the channel. If you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit the subscribe button. Free to do so. Help us get to 2,200. We're very, very close to getting there as well. And also, please do subscribe to the other guys' channels, John Sinclair TV and It's All Black and White TV. Of course, this show has been screen shared to their channels as well. And of course, do hit that bell notification. That does let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-record video has been uploaded to the channel. So please do hit that bell to notify you what is coming up on the channel week in, week out. Feel free to give a donation if you'd like to do so. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button. You'll be put into next prize draw we do on the channel, which we still don't know when it's going to be yet. But hopefully I might try and look into something to get sorted very, very soon. So until then, guys, until tomorrow night, we'll catch us all later. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. See you later, everyone. Take care, everyone.
Come on, England.
See you later.
Come on, England.
Just a thing.